Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm back in my Tier 7 American light tank, the Walker Bulldog, and I'm platooned with two clanmates, Tola and Muzzle. Muzzle's in his trusty STI-1, and Tola is in his 1390. Now, before I get into talking about the game too much, I'm actually gonna say that my impact in this match was not actually that big. I get a decent score at the end, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be posting this video. But aside from a very select few things that I did during the match, the team probably could have won without me. Even though, well, spoiler here, I did the most damage in a Tier 7 light tank. But, I mean, I guess with the Walker Bulldog in an open map, that's not too much of a surprise, because when a Bulldog gets the right map and the enemies aren't super aggressive, you can really do work in this tank. Now, do I think it's overpowered? Not really, because from what I've found, it's very map dependent and very team dependent as well. I mean, not that you can't do very well in city maps, it's just you need kind of the stars to align sometimes, and that doesn't always happen. So it's not a consistently good carry tank, in my opinion. But I do think it is better than the rest of the Tier 7 light tanks from what I've seen. So they could probably use a buff, in my opinion, which would indirectly nerf the Walker Bulldog. But anyways, back to the match. I decided to move out of the northwest because, well, we've pretty much lost, quote-unquote, the northwest. Is it M103 and an E50? Both there, and that's two of the enemy Tier 9 tanks. And I thought I'd come down to the middle, but I'm kind of useless down here, so I decided to leave. And how I didn't take damage here, I have no idea. So I get spotted by the 132, and then I drive in front of all of the enemy tank guns on my way out. So, since we're not doing too well over here, I need to find an area where I can break through and start flanking the enemies. And the city seems like the most viable option here, or at least the outskirts of the city. Our team has just killed their M103, which is a fantastic result for us. I'm just trying to see what I can pick up going along this road ridge, or whatever you want to call it. I think it was the Jagdtiger there that actually spotted me. And my keyboard is messed up, so that's why I did that weird little 360. Looks like I'll have to be getting a new one soon, unfortunately. Anyways, I've linked up with Tola, and so I'm looking for shots on these two enemy light tanks. He says to me, "Do you want to go after that Jagdtiger?" So I say sure, since our team is pretty far behind on health, and only one tank ahead. And I'm worried if we don't do something soon here that we're going to be losing a lot of tanks very quickly. So Tola comes in from the front, I come in from behind. The Jagdtiger is facing my way. I try to track him, but I don't think my gun does enough damage to consistently track him. But Tola managed to get the tracking shot off, and Since he only had 3 rounds in the magazine, he's going for a reload. And I put the 2,900 DPM of my Walker Bulldog to good use here, as well as keeping this guy permanently tracked. But yeah, you can see how much damage the Bulldog can do in such a short amount of time, especially when you have the premium consumable Cola and Brothers in Arms coupled with improved ventilation. I can't even imagine how this thing would be if it got a gun rammer. I mean, I'm kind of glad it doesn't, because I don't have to give up anything for it. I can use vents, vertical stabilizer, and coated optics. And I still get really good DPM with it, even if I don't run the premium consumable. But it's just the cola is really the icing on the cake with this tank, and I don't think this IS-3 realizes that you can shoot through walls. Try to get a shot on that IS-6, who... I didn't notice he was actually turning his turret towards me. It was kind of hard to see with just his outline, but yeah. His turret was facing me, so I took a nice 400 damage shot from him. I have no idea what this IS-3 is doing. I really don't. But no, it looked like the M41 was going to make a run at our artillery. So Tola and I start making our way back.
Enemy armor is damaged.
I'm surprised I got spotted there. I guess it was the 132, but I'm not entirely sure, since he's at the very, very edge of the max spotting range. Well, not anymore. Maybe he moved up faster than I thought he would. But Tola and I go after him together. Fires at me and misses. Tola puts 2 good shots into him.
They're knocked down. We've lost the track.
And artillery tries to drop a shell on me, which actually made me jump. And I decide to repair the track, because 3,000 credits could turn into an extra 1,000 damage, maybe. Who knows? In my opinion, it was worth it. And I'm just letting my platoon mates know here that the T-34 that has camped in their base the entire game was last spotted on full health, so... And it looks like he is almost full health there. At least he took 1 shot of damage from something. But I've learned my lesson from the last Walker Bulldog video I've uploaded, and I decided to hold my fire until I know I can beat his turret traverse, since he's not looking at me. So
Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration.
and muzzle finishes them off, and now it's just the artillery left.
Penetration.
This tank is unbelievably good at firing on the move. It's so nice. And Tola dispatches the artillery. So, I finally get my ace with 3,500 damage done, as well as 1,500 assistance damage. Now, like I said, most damage done, and my impact on the game was not actually that big, aside from keeping that Jagdtiger tracked. But hey, I'm not gonna argue with 1,565 base experience and then ace. I'm just happy to finally get the ace tanker after so many games. Oh, and before I go, I have something you guys might enjoy. Back in February, I think it was, of this year, I was able to go to the Armed Forces Military Museum in Largo, Florida, and I took a few pictures while I was there. I wish I had taken more and maybe some video, but here is a shot of the M41 Walker Bulldog they have there. And here, to show you the size of the Bulldog, is an M47 Patton. As you can see, they're pretty much the same size almost. I never realized the Bulldog was actually that big in real life, or maybe that the Patton is that small. Either way, tanks are pretty big. One last thing before I go. I'm willing to spotlight subscriber replays if there's any games in World of Tanks, or War Thunder even, that you want to send to me if you think you had an impressive game. So, if you want to send it to me, and it's a World of Tanks replay, upload it to whatreplays.com and send the link as well as a brief description of the match to replays.ferrific@yahoo.com. And if I can fit the video in somewhere, I will. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video today, and maybe I'll catch you next time. Until then, happy hunting.